Dear Lord God, as we start the first day of this week, we would like to speak words of glory and praise to your holy name. Thank you for all your most divine blessings, guidance, and protection to all of us. May your holy presence guide as we go about our daily activities. And may you always bless us with your love, light, and grace. We sincerely pray for joy, happiness, and peace in our lives. May you prosper us and all the lives of our brothers and sisters in this world. May we be divine instruments of your light that we may bring honor and glory to your most holy name. All this we ask in the name of your most holy Son, Jesus Christ. Amen. Amen.
Round 1! Amen! Amen! Good morning mga katribo. Ako si Compi Manalo and welcome na naman sa paborito niyong kasarating umaga ang Gising Na live nyo napapanood araw-araw, Lunes hanggang Biyernes sa aming Facebook page and simulcast on Radio TV sa DZRJ 810 AM.
At magandang gising, mga katribo. Ako po si Chinky Mangkukang. Samahan ninyo kami mula alas 7:30 hanggang alas 9 ng umaga, Lunes hanggang Biyernes, para maghatid sa inyo ng updated and hottest news sa loob at labas ng ating bansa.
Ito naman si Vernon Velasco. Ngayon ay araw na Lunes, December 12. At 13 days na lang ay Christmas na! Yes!
Mga katribo!
13 days.
Lunes na Lunes ngayon, mga katribong Chinky, katribong Vernon. Kamusta naman ang inyong weekend? Ano ang inyong pinagkaabalahan ka man itong Sabado-Linggo?
Medicinal, sir.
What did you do?
Medicinal.
Medicinal?
Sleep.
Buti ka pa!
Well, Saturday, we walked around, siguro mga 17,000 steps.
Wow!
Yeah, with CMF. And then we had a meet, marami.
Marami.
We
We had a working weekend.
Anong trail, ma'am?
Oo, we had a working weekend.
Ano pong trail?
Wala,
Ano
sa
lang?
loob lang ng village.
Oh, nice.
Paikot-ikot lang.
Oo, paikot-ikot siya.
He must be very rich, ma'am. 17,000 steps in that village. Oh! Grabe!
Kay CMF na ano yun?
Na target?
No, sila nga, 20,000 minsan pagkasama
Ay,
si W, hindi kasama si W. So, konti lang. 17,000 lang.
steps. Yan ang, yan ang pangarap ko yung mga paglakad doon araw-araw. Sa isang, yung maraming puno na.
Ayun,
Yes.
ganun yung place.
Yeah.
Normally, ginagawa namin yung Saturdays and Sundays.
So mga katribo, ano yung mga latest na
news
mga balita
and
na nabasa niyo?
araw na ito.
May iba ako.
Well, matunog ngayon yung Maharlika Wealth Fund, di ba?
Yes.
Na lulunsad ng ating mga mambabatas. Kaya mga katribo, nanonood sa ating ngayong umaga, make sure na tumuto kayo dahil mayroon tayong panauhin mula sa British Chamber of Commerce in the Philippines na ating makikipagdiskusyonan mamaya. Maya-maya lang.
So yan, abangan natin yung mga katribo. Mayroon din tayong makakapanayam na isa sa naging merchants ng tindahan ni Tarsi nasa mall na mamaya.
Wow.
Talagang tuloy-tuloy. Nakakatuwa, no? Ang ganda ng resulta nung tindahan
Ni Tarsi natin. Tama ka dyan, katribong Chinky at katribong Vernon, no? At meron din tayong hatid na nakaka-excite ng mga balita sa ating showbiz and lifestyle reporters.
Kaya huwag kayong aalis, mga katribo. Talagang
From economic and political discussions, marami tayong siksik, liglig, at punong-puno. Umaapaw ang ating talakayan ngayong umaga. Ngayon naman, aanyayahan natin muli ang ating mga viewers na mahilibag online shopping na bisitahin ang ating tindahan ni Tarsi online. Ito, guaranteed, ma-relax kayo mga katribo. Click nyo lang ang tribute.net.ph/tindahan ni Tarsi/ para sa inyong mga hinaharap na regalo ngayong Pasko. Ang tindahan ni Tarsi ay libre po sa aming mga partner merchants. Wala po kaming kikitain dito. Lahat ay mapupunta sa ating mga SME partners bilang CSR ng Daily Tribune as celebration na rin ng Filipino entrepreneurial spirit.
Ang voucher niya, ang Daily Tribune 2022. $20% off.
Lola, maganda 20% off yung mga yan. Ikaw ang sinigilan.
Yan, Katribon Chiki and Comfy, simulan natin ating mga talakayan. Narito na ang ating 4-page na balita.
Sa ating front page story, no deal, Malampaya tells SMC.
Meralco eyeing nuclear power.
Sabine and Joey press invest readiness.
And DOJ firmly behind Andres.
King of Hawkers, dream come true for Kim Sung Tan.
Gritty Maroons repulse the Ateneo.
At sa ating balitang Tarsi, sitting pretty.
Sitting pretty ako ngayon.
Lahat tayo, sitting pretty.
Diba?
Pretty
Yan,
and
kaya,
gorgeous.
Oo. So mga katribo, alamin naman natin ang lagay ng panahon na ihatid sa atin ni Miss Veronica Torres, isang Pag-asa weather specialist. Good morning, Miss Torres.
Magandang umaga din po sa inyo, pati na rin po sa ating mga tagapakinig. Sa kasalukuyan nga ito, binabantayan natin na si Rosal ay papalayo na po ng ating bansa at huli nga natin siyang namataan kanina alas 4 ng umaga na nasa may layong 770 kilometers silangan niya ng Calayan, Cagayan. Nagtataglay ito ng lakas na hangin na 85 kilometers per hour malapit sa gitna at bugso na abot na 105 kilometers per hour. Sa kasalukuyan nga din, ito ay gumagalaw papalayo na sa direksyong northeast at sa bilis na 20 kilometers per hour. At dahil nga papalayo na siya na ating bansa, hindi na natin siya inaasahan na magpapaulan sa kahit na anong or magbibigay ng malakas na ulan sa kahit na anong parte ng bansa. At dahil nga po siya ay papalayo na, mababa na po ay wala na din po tayo nakataas sa tropical cyclone wind signal sa kahit na anong parte na ating bansa. Para naman sa lagay ng panahon dito sa may Batanes, pati na rin sa may Babuyan Island, inaasahan natin itong maulap na kalangitan na may mga mahihinang pag-ulan. Dahil yan sa northeast monsoon o amihan, samantalang dito naman sa may Metro Manila at nalalabing bahagi ng bansa, naasahan natin yung mas magandang panahon, bahagyang maulap hanggang sa maulap na kalangitan na may mga isolated rain showers or thunderstorm lamang. Sa kasalukuyan din, may nakataas tayong gale warning dito sa may seaboards ng Northern Luzon. Kaya yung ating mga kababayang mga ngisda, pati na rin yung may mga maliliit na sasakyang pandagat ay kung maaari, huwag po muna sana tayong pumalaot sa mga area na yan. Yan naman po ang latest mula sa Weather Forecasting Center ng Pag-asa, Veronica Torres.
Miss Veronica, may a couple of questions lang. Meron pa ba tayong mga binabantayan or inaasahang pagdating na bagyo ngayong huling buwan ng taon?
Sa kasalukuyan po, wala naman po tayong minomonitor sa kasalukuyan na low pressure area or bagyo na nasa loob or malapit sa ating Philippine Area of Responsibility maliban nga kay Rosal. And sa ngayon, based sa ating huling pagtaya sa susunod na linggo, wala pa naman po tayo nakikita na development po ng low pressure area or bagyo. Although may mga nalalagay pa po tayo mga araw na dito sa Disyembre, kaya patuloy pa rin po tayong nagbabantay.
So, Miss Veronica, si Coffee Manana. So, pwede tayo mag-ngayon, mag-Christmas party outdoors itong weekend dahil wala inaasahang bagyo at pag-ulan.
Opo, so ngayon naman po, pwede naman po tayo mag-Christmas party, pero ingat pa rin po tayo sa mga isolated na mga rain showers at thunderstorms.
Okay, maraming salamat sa iyong oras, Miss Veronica.
Thank you, Miss Ver.
Thank you,
Salamat
Miss
din po.
Veronica.
Thank you po.
Yes.
Maganda.
Maganda.
Thank you.
Maraming salamat.
At para naman sa ating I Speak question of the day, feel mo na ba ang mga face-to-face Christmas parties ngayong nagluluwag na? Kaya mga katriboy, padala ang inyong mga komento at reaksyon sa isyong ito sa aming number na 0968-670-4650 at mag-comment na rin sa aming Facebook page na Daily Tribune.
Mga katribo, magbabalik ang
Gising Na!
Tapos ang ilang paalala kaya manatili nakatutok dito lang ulit sa Gising Na!
Nasa kamay mo ang swerte. Ngunit hindi ito isang laro na para lang sa iyo. Dahil bukod sa pag-asang maging milyonaryo, ang pagtangkilik mo sa loto at ipapang produkto ng PCSO ay nakakalikom ng pondo para sa mga programang pangkalusugan, tulong at serbisyong medikal at kawang-gawa.
Lahat ng minimithi makakamtan sa PCSO.
Josel Dariaga po.
At may taba sa David.
Dahil sa dagdag singil ng generation companies, 8 centavos ang increase ngayong November at 9 pesos and 95 centavos per kilowatt hour ang overall electricity rate.
Pero magmahal man ang bilihin, lahat ay kakayanin para sa mga mahal natin.
Anak ko ang liwanag ng buhay ko. And I will do everything to protect her. Gusto ko handa siya. Dahil alam kong bright ang future niya.
Ano man, hindi mo na kailangan gawin lahat to.
But it makes me happy, anak.
Iba ng panahon, dami ng bago ngayon. Pati ang mundo natin, well, nagbago na rin. Buti ang bayan, bigger, better na. You can buy it sa centers, pati sa mga partners, may online pa at app. You can buy it with your fingers, still don't remittance and more. Online shopping, you can buy it all. Di magpadala, you can buy it all. Anumang pera transaction, you can buy it all.
Sabayan ang pagbabago ng mundo for all your pera transactions, all new Bayan.
With Globe, our steps can lead us to millions of doors opening, millions of paths unfolding, and millions of reasons to keep going. Now's the time to be with the network that gets better every day for you.
At nagbabalik ang Gising Na! Ngayon naman mga katribo, kilala natin ang ilang panauhin na bahagi ng ilang trending balita ngayon. Unahin na natin si Mr. Chris Nelson, Executive Director and Trustee of the British Chamber of Commerce of the Philippines. Good morning.
I can't
Mr.
hear
Chris
anything from them
Nelson.
now. Nothing.
Hello, good morning, sir. We can hear you. Can you hear us?
Hello, good morning. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you loud and clear, Mr. Nelson.
Sorry, I couldn't hear you before. Good morning to you all.
Thank you, sir. Sir, just to remind you, we are shown live over Radyo Bayu TV. We are also simulcast over DZRJ 810 AM, and we are live streamed via the Facebook pages of Radyo Bayu TV, DZRJ and Facebook and the Daily Tribune. And of course, everything that we will be discussing today will be printed on the pages of the Daily Tribune newspaper tomorrow.
Well, thank you very much, and good morning to you and your host, and Merry Christmas, which I heard you talking about.
Sir, first question is, what is your stand on the proposed sovereign wealth fund to be called the Maharlika Wealth Fund that's being pushed by several legislators from Congress?
So, first of all, just so you know, the UK doesn't have a wealth fund, so actually it's obviously also new territory. We don't have that. In Europe, it's only France and Norway. Regarding the fund itself, I think it requires, I'm open-minded. I think it requires a lot of study. I would echo the comment made by my very good friend George Barcelona, the president of the Philippine Chambers, which requires a lot of study and planning. Obviously, I'd say the aim to invest in infrastructure is what the country needs, and if that's the vehicle, we should be looking at it. The question is also timing, because obviously this fund will invest in various areas, and obviously, as you're probably aware, this is a very difficult time in terms of overall investing. The last year, obviously because of the Ukraine-Russian conflict, that's had a very significant impact on markets. So, in summary, I'm open-minded. I think the need to invest in key projects such as infrastructure is certainly required, renewable energy, green projects, whether it's through this fund, but it does require significant study, and timing is also key for these funds.
So the biggest critics of this proposed fund, their biggest contention is the source of funding. But I understand that, so depending on the country, sovereign wealth funds are sourced either through, of course, through the share of the government from their resource, the exploitation of their resources. Now my question is, one, can the government create a sovereign wealth fund and get the funding from pension funds? Second is, what do you think is the best solution for the government to get funding for this proposed sovereign wealth fund or Maharlika wealth fund?
Well, I think first of all, they've already announced amendments, correct, to this, that they're not actually going to take contributions from the pension side. I think the most recent announcement said it would now be contributions from Banco Central, from Land Bank and the Development Bank. I think again you've got to look at what is the proposed issue here, in the sense of what are they trying to achieve. Now, obviously, what we're looking at, and that's what the economic managers have been explaining, is long-term development and investment. And the question, of course, is, can the Philippines fund this in this way, and the overall projects. Now, you can argue there are other solutions to this opportunity, a development fund, etc. Now, as I said, I think the key we've got to look at actually is what are the overall aims. The aims is to develop infrastructure projects which will accelerate growth and therefore provide more prosperity and overall wealth to the country. The overall aim is good. The question is how to achieve that. Now, as I said already, they've said that's not going to come now from the pension funds, but rather from, if I wrote, that's just in the recent amendments to the bill. And I think they've also amended who will be heading this fund. I think it's now supposed to be, I believe, the Secretary of Finance. So I think, to answer your point, the real key here is, one, I fully endorse the need to invest further in infrastructure and digitalisation. The question is, how can the funding be done and what's the most effective way to do it?
Mr.?
Okay.
Sure, please go ahead.
Yeah, from the business perspective, how can the Philippine government ensure that the funds are being, properly allocated and used accordingly? What are the safety nets that you think must be put into place to assure that the Filipino people will not be a repeat of the mistakes of the past governments?
Well, sure, and I'm sure you're referring, of course, to the Malaysian fund, which was obviously one of the key issues. And I believe that's been clearly highlighted. I think the Malaysian fund had one signatory, if I understood correctly. Here there'll be numerous checks and balances. I think that can be assured. I think the other thing I would link this to, because obviously I represent the British Chamber, what we're always interested in is trying to attract foreign direct investment.
Okay.
And that would also help to boost. So the question is, what is the route to get there? I strongly believe, let me be very clear, I've been in the Philippines now almost 20 years. I strongly believe in the country. I believe you have a good opportunity. And I do believe that along with the human capital, the human wealth that you have in terms of the talent here, the key is to accelerate that growth through infrastructure spending, which has been identified. So to answer your point, I do think there are checks and balances that can be put in place, and I think the learning of that specific case, which is from Malaysia, is well understood. I come back to the point of what we're trying to achieve here. And I think also, will this fund or can other measures be done to further accelerate foreign direct investment, which can also be used, of course, to boost infrastructure spending, which is highlighted as, I believe, the key aspect of this fund.
Okay, Mr. Nelson, good morning and welcome again to Gising Na. This is Chin.
Yeah, good morning. Very nice to be here. I like your painting, by the way, guys. It's very nice.
Thank you. Well, earlier you mentioned about you are open-minded, but you believe that that timing should be considered. You also mentioned about what's the goings on between Ukraine and Russia. And you also
Correct.
stated that significant study is a primary factor to be considered, not to be done. Considering that, say for example, that the Philippine government study thoroughly the proposed fund, although I can feel, I can sense that you would like to advise to have the proponents study it further. But just in case, do you believe that the creation of this MWF or Maharlika Wealth Fund can increase national wealth and resources to foster economic growth and development of the country?
Yeah, I mean, let's put it this way. If you look at other sovereign wealth funds, they have achieved that. Now, you can talk about how they've been set up. I mean, the most prominent examples of sovereign wealth funds are Norway in Europe. Of course, that's funded through its oil reserves. I think in Asia, what's well known is Switzerland. Sorry, I beg pardon, Singapore. And Singapore has created that because obviously it's got a lot of export revenue, right? Now, the question is, and I'll come back to those points, is do I think a sovereign fund can help in terms of infrastructure? Yes. Why did I talk about timing? Well, if you look at the remit that depends on the remit of the fund, obviously the Singapore Sovereign Fund, like all funds, will have invested across the world. And as you're probably, the reason I mentioned that conflict is this has been a very turbulent time for stock markets. I mean, the NASDAQ, which is the US technology index, one of the main indexes, is off 30% this year. That's why timing is very critical. But to come back on your and answer this point, can a sovereign wealth fund assist infrastructure? Yes. But it also depends on the remit. Why timing? Well, timing, if you're going to invest in other investments to create a bigger return and create more wealth, timing in particular is critical because unfortunately this year, because of that conflict which started in February, markets have been very unstable overall. That's not just a factor for the Philippines, that's a factor worldwide.
Regarding, Sir Nelson, regarding timing, because regardless of the sources of these funds, these funds, say from the dividends of the BSP or even from pension or wherever, these funds cannot stay idle. Conflict or not, these funds has to be invested somewhere. So I think the question should be, where do we invest safely?
Yeah, well, okay, so first of all, as you're probably aware, there are safer investments.
Yes.
You could argue there is nothing completely safe.
Yes.
What I would say, though, is this. The way of doing this is, will that sovereign fund, and that's the potential here, is that the Philippines definitely needs to do further investment in infrastructure, in energy, for example. You know, the Philippines has a very high cost of energy, which is one of the factors. Also, if you take digitalization, okay, we're speaking today on Zoom, and it's coming across clear, I hope. But as we all know, we need to do further more work in terms of digitalization for the Philippine economy. So if the funding can increase investments there, you will get the returns, okay? Why do I say that? Because the potential for the Philippines, let's go back pre-pandemic, the Philippine economy was growing at about 6.5–7%. And that can probably be accelerated even further if you have the right infrastructure projects. So the question is, are we going to be using that fund to invest in the Philippines, which I think is one of the remits? And the reason we say timing, and to answer your point, I hope I got that right, if you invest in other areas to create a greater return, there is always going to be risk. I mean, in any investment, they say the greater the return, the greater the risk. However, saying that, I do believe infrastructure projects in the Philippines aren't going to give you a good return and ultimately will increase the overall GDP and wealth of the country, which is what we're all looking for.
Okay, that's a good explanation.
Yeah.
Very good.
So, sir, do you have any parting words for our viewers or any advice to our government regarding this great
Wow.
fund?
First of all, thank you very much. I think you've got a much better look. You've been looking at the ceiling of my apartment here in VGC, which is not as good as your very good painting of the three of you. So I first of all like to say thank you very much for the kind questions. I do think that we should be open-minded about this. I understand the concerns, and I think the question about obviously checks and balances is very valid, and obviously the lesson learned from Malaysia. And I think obviously the other question, and I think that's been trying to be answered by the economic managers, and I think there'll be further discussions about that, is what is the remit and can it further boost the economy? The final thing I'd say is that I believe there are a lot of opportunities in the Philippine economy. I think with the right investment, and as we're trying to do with the British Chamber, we've been trying to increase UK companies to further invest here, and I think there's great opportunities. So open-minded, a lot more planning and thinking, but the way forward is to invest in infrastructure. And thank you for your time.
Thank you very much for your time as well, sir Nelson.
Thank you so much, Mr. Nelson. Have a nice day.
And good morning.
Can I also say Merry Christmas to you all and Happy New Year? And I think to the guy before, I hope he gets his sleep, because I think he was talking about medicinal sleep, if I understood correctly.
And Merry
Take
Christmas.
care.
Yeah, Merry Christmas to you too, and have medicinal
Sleep also. Yeah.
And that,
Yeah.
of course, mga katribo, si Mr. Chris Nelson ng British Chamber of Commerce. At ito naman, from economics and politics, magdako naman tayo mga katribo sa ating pangalawang panauhin. Ito po ay nag-join sa atin sa tindahan ni Tarsi nung nakaraang
Linggo,
nakaraang 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks
About
ago
2 weeks
sa-
ago.
sa-
Oo.
Ayala Mall, sorry.
Sa Ayala Mall, sa Manila Bay.
Manila Bay.
Si Ron Mantuano Rosario, VP Marketing, and of course, ang kanyang husband, si Dr. Steven Rosario, VP for Strategy, Tech, and HR Freshes Incorporated. Yan. Welcome po sa Gising Na. Good morning.
Hello po, good morning.
Husband and wife.
Yan sa Pangasinan.
Good
Ah,
morning. Ang naaalala ko dyan, yung
Bagoong.
bagoong balayan at yung of course yung
Sir, layo ng Balayan,
Tupig.
Batangas, sir.
tupig.
Ano, sir? Atsara.
Atsara din.
Atsara sa nila, Pampanga.
Ah, okay.
Bagong Balayan.
Bagoong from Lingayen.
Malingayin. Yeah.
So, where,
rin.
yeah.
Bagong alam lang sa kanila yata.
Oo.
Where are
Right,
you
ma'am?
exactly in Pangasinan?
We
Lingayin.
are from Binmalay, Pangasinan po.
Bimale.
Mali po ito ba dyan?
I'm not so sure kung ano yung sa Pangasinan. Basta pag
Alamang.
nagpupunta kami diyan yung putong
Tupig tsaka yung puto maliliit.
putong puti.
Tupig.
Yun, yun. Okay. So, welcome po again sa Gising Na.
Thank you very much po. Good morning po.
Oh, can you tell us about your joint business, The Freshes Incorporated? At paano ninyo sinimulan ang business nyong to?
Okay, so good morning everyone. So we are from Precious Inc. from Bimali, Pangasinan. So we are actually a company whose mission is for food security of the Philippines. And So we started as an aquaculture company actually.
Danggit!
During the pandemic,
Ay,
we
danggit ba
went
to?
No, bangus.
Bangus
food
pa.
processing.
Ah.
Bangus dagupan. So, ma'am sir, ano po yung inyong mga produkto? Lahat po ba ng inyong products ay locally sourced since you are taking the gels for food security po?
Yes po, opo. We have right now, so since during the pandemic po, no, so the Precious Ink was incorporated last 2018, but during the pandemic we diverted to food processing, and right now we have 4 products that are very unique with made with the best tasting bangus from Pangasinan.
Ano po yung mga produkto ng ma'am?
Bangus. Gusto tuloy ng bangus.
It is all bangus.
Yes.
All bangus.
All bangus.
This is our flagship product right now. It is. You've been flashing the images on the screen. This is our milkfish steak strips. This is a
Steak.
Steak steak.
It's like a jerky.
Yeah, like a jerky.
But these are slow smoked. They're fully cooked in our custom built smoker, and then glazed with honey. They are ready to eat, packaged. And this is the first product that we're actually gearing up for export to the Philippines.
Okay. So are your products sustainably sourced, sir?
As a matter of fact, yes. We only take from local farmers.
Okay.
That's good.
Who are registered with BFAR.
So you said earlier that you aim to help food sustainability and to also help help our local farmers. How long have you been in the business, and how did you handle the challenges during the pandemic?
Well, the company is a family venture. We were incorporated in 2018, and our goal was really to start addressing the deficiencies of milkfish production in the country. But when the pandemic hit, air traffic was or air travel was significantly hit, as we know. So we lost the ability to import the milkfish fry. So that's when we pivoted into food processing and basically giving a new vehicle for processing milkfish that are produced in our region.
Okay.
Sir, you mentioned earlier that that bangus jerky is one of your is your flagship product that you are aiming to export that. So when do you target to start exporting that bangus jerky?
Actually,
and which markets are you looking at?
It's we were actually targeting this month. The thing is, we're still processing our papers. Turns out there's a lot of hurdles to be crossed for small enterprises. But we're well on our way. We've cleared most of the requirements. We are FDA approved. We've already gotten our halal certification.
Yeah.
So we're just waiting on our export permits right now.
Okay.
Which market are you looking at? Which market?
Right now, the U.S. market's our first target, and UAE is also very promising right now, and we've also been told that we'll do pretty well in Korea because they're very fond of milkfish there.
Yeah.
So the other Southeast Asian countries have also expressed interest in our products.
Where can we find your products? Is it available in our local supermarkets?
Right now, we're on the works with major supermarkets, but we have, since we are coming all the way from Pangasinan, so we have already stocks always ready in Taguig, and at the same time, there's one in Manila across De La Salle University, so it's available there already in WeShop.
You joined the first ever Tindahan ni Tarsi of Daily Tribune. How was the experience?
Oh, it was fun, and everyone from your end was very, very accommodating, very easy to deal with, and we're looking forward to more bondings with you and the rest of the merchants that you have been inviting.
So can you tell us about your processor? You said your bangus are slow smoke. So it's something, it's a value added to an already special product, which is bangus in Pangasinan. So can you walk us through your process po, before you get to scale?
Each of our milkfish is hand picked. We have them deboned, scaled, and then once we've butterflied them in the way that you're used to seeing a boneless milkfish. We have a custom built smoker that is built with a special kind of concrete, and we slow smoke it according to American barbecue technique. Slow smoked until 225 degrees Fahrenheit, using only tropical hardwood. And we are also notable in our process for cooking the fish fully in the smoker. Many smoking outfits will only smoke until the flavor is put in, which is why your typical tinapa, you have to fry it still.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's the edge.
process,
That's the difference. Your products are available online. Am I correct?
Yes, we are.
So-
We are Precious Ink in both Facebook and Instagram.
And we've also created a microsite for you in our Tindahan ni Tarsi online version in our website, the TV website. So, can you invite our viewers and readers to visit the Tindahan ni Tarsi microsite and buy or purchase Freshus products?
Freshus.
Yes, Precious. So, everyone, we would like to invite you to the microsite of the Daily Tribune, Tindahan ni Tarsi, and at the same time, please like and share our page in both Facebook and Instagram. We are Precious Ink. So that's Fresh IOUSINC. And check out our products there. Right now, we are very much excited to serve the rest of our patrons by being their gift registry this Christmas, because at least instead of the usual hams, the usual steaks or meats or deli products, this one they find it very nice, very much healthier. So, and then it's very good for gifts since we are slow smoked and ready to eat, and they come with this gold packaging, so they're very nice for gifts.
Yeah, I
Do you
think-
have it packaged for Christmas?
Yes, it's
Yes po.
Oh,
Yes,
very
we have our customers just choose according to their budget, and then we'll pack them in a nice Christmas packaging.
Oh, nice.
nice. Yeah.
We will try that. Huh? I
Yeah.
will try that.
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for gracing our show, and more power to you. And we wish that soon you will be able to complete all the requirements and can start exporting
Exporting
your
our
products
products,
to
yeah.
you, USA and UAE.
And make the Philippines proud.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, the Daily Tribune, and we look forward to working more with you.
Thank you. ma'am.
Thank
so
you.
much. Thank you.
Have a nice day.
Thank you.
Yeah. Make the Filipinos known about their bangus.
Oo,
That's it. Yeah.
kasi, no?
Oo, sa atin nung dati meron yan, ngayon sa China meron na rin.
Mura.
Pero iba yung bangus talaga natin,
Dati
di
ng bangus
ba?
tagupan.
Oo naman.
Kaya
Pangasinan.
nga, when you go to market, di ba, you ask, saan galing yung bangus? Pag sinabi nilang from
Laguna Lake po.
iba, you don't buy. You ask for
Lasang
bangus
gilik
from
Gilik, mas
Pangasinan or Dagupan, di ba? So, thank you so much. Ito yung husband and wife tandem. Ang galing naman. Oo, laging magkasama, sweet.
Yes, yeah. The
More
Mantuanos.
power to you and God bless you both.
The Mantuanos and the British Chamber of Commerce. Yeah. Salamat sa ating mga nakapanayam. Magbabalik kami pagkatapos ng ilang paalala. Kaya, huwag kayong aalis. Tumutok lang sa... Gising na!
Welcome ka dito sa SM. Come as you are. Mahilig ka man sa pabago-bago o sa paikot-ikot. Yung nag-a-adulting or parenting. Ikaw na kulot, white-haired, purple-haired, kayong magkaibigan. na nagkaibigan. Buong barkada. Yung gusto mo, chill lang. Or gawin yung feel mo lang. We know you're changing. So we're changing with you. Come on in. We're all in. At SM, you're always welcome here.
Every time I'm on the road, I can expect high performance from Phoenix Fuels. Now with Pulse technology, delivers enhanced power and acceleration to make every trip come alive.
Nagbabalik ang
Gising Na!
At ngayon mga katribo, alamin natin ang iba pang mga balita sa oras ito na nakalat na ating mga reporter sa ating Tribune News on Q.
Panibagong rollback sa presyo ng petrolyo inaasahan ngayong linggo. Good news na naman to mga katribo ang bubungad sa ating mga kababayan lalo na sa ating mga tsuper at operators ng pampublikong sasakyan dahil sa nakaambang panibagong rollback sa mga produktong petrolyo ngayong linggo. Ayon kasi sa ilang mga ulat, maaaring mabawasan ng hanggang 3 pesos and 30 centavos kada litro ang presyo ng diesel. Hanggang piso and 70 centavos per liter naman ang matatapya sa gasolina. Ito na ang ikaapat na sunod-sunod na linggong bumaba ang presyo ng petrolyo. Nitong nakaraang Martes, halos 2 piso kada litro ang nabawas sa presyo ng diesel at gasolina. Karaniwang inaanunsyo ng mga oil companies ang price adjustments tuwing Lunes at ipatutupad sa Martes. Sa taong ito, umabot sa 31 pesos and 95 centavos per liter ang kabuoang nadagdag sa presyo ng diesel, 15 pesos at 8 centavos per liter sa gasolina, at 26 pesos and 2 centavos per liter sa kerosene.
Binigyan ng sanctions ng U.S. Department of Treasury's Office of Foreign Assets Control o OFAC ang founder ng Kingdom of Jesus Christ o KOJC na si Pastor Apollo Quiboloy dahil umano sa mga pang-aabuso umano sa karapatang pantao kasabay ng pagdiriwang ng International Anti-Corruption Day and Human Rights Day. Ayon sa U.S. Department of Treasury, kabilang umano si Quiboloy sa higit na 40 katao at mga organisasyon na sangkot umano sa korupsyon o pang-aabuso sa karapatang pantao sa siyam na bansa. Binanggit rin ng OFAC ang isang federal indictment noong 2021 kung saan nasangkot umano si Quiboloy sa sex trafficking ng mga pastoral o mga batang babae sa KOJC na napiling magtrabaho bilang personal na alalay ni Quiboloy. Ayon sa indictment, inutusan umano ang mga pastoral na mag-night duty at inatasan mga ipagtali umano kay Kibuloy ayon sa itinagdang oras. May mga itinatago rin umano sa Kibuloy ng mga pastoral sa ibang bansa kasama ang Pilipinas at US. Binanggit ng OFAC ang isang report na isang babae na pinirasan umano magipagtalik kay Kibuloy ng isang beses, sa isang linggo kahit umano noong minor de edad pa siya at kada bansa na kailang pinupuntahan. Hindi na raw niya umano mabilang kung ilang beses nangyari ang insidente. Sinabi rin ng OFAC na isinasailalim ni Kibuloy ang mga pastoral at iba pa mga KOGC members sa iba pa mga anyo ng pisikal na pang-aabuso kasamang pangahato umano sa mga biktima at pagkapadala sa kanila ng upper six, isang saradong compound na ginagamit umano sa pagpaparusa. Ipinatutupad ng US Treasury ang Global Magnitsky Human Rights Accountability Act na nagpapahintulot sa US officials na mag-sanction ng mga taong sangkot sa korupsyon o paglabag sa mga karapatang pantao.
Inihayag ng Department of Health nitong Biyernes na posible na umanong ang mga local government units na ang magpatupad ng mga alert level systems sa bansa habang nagpapatuloy ang pandemya. Ayon kay Health Officer in Charge Maria Rosario Verhaire, tinalakay sa pinakahuling IATF meeting ang rekomendasyon na paghiwalayin ang alert levels at ang mga kaukulang restrictions nito. Ayon pa sa kanya, kung sakaling maaprubahan ang rekomendasyon ay magiging kanya-kanyang pasya na ang bawat lokal na pamahalaan. Sila na rin ang magpapatupad ng alert levels at restrictions oras na tumaas ang kaso ng COVID sa kani-kanilang mga lugar. Pero kailangan pa muna itong idaan sa konsultasyon sa mga LGU. Sa susunod na IATF meeting sa 2023 ay inaasahang makakapagbigay na ang DILG ng kanilang assessment sa kakayahan ng mga lokal na pamahalaan na gawin ito. Bukod sa vaccination, ang isolation at quarantine ng mga nakakahawang sakit ay kabilang na rin sa mga regular na gawain ng iba't ibang LGU facilities. Nagpaalala rin ang Health Department na huwag gamitin ang antigen test bilang paraan ng screening dahil maaaring magdulot ito ng false negative o false positive results na posibleng maging dahilan ng maling paraan ng pag-manage sa simptomas ng COVID.
Online complaint form ng MMDA inilunsad ng Metro Manila Development Authority or MMDA ang online complaint form para sa mga driver na nais ireklamo ang mga tiwaling kawani ng ahensya. Ayon kay MMDA Chairman Attorney Romando Artes, mas pinadali na umano ang proseso ng pagrereklamo. Sabi pa niya, maaari rin umanong gamitin ang online forms para questionin ang ilang ticket na ibinigay sa kanila dahil sa mga traffic violations. Kung matatandaan, inaresto ang isang traffic enforcer ng MMDA dahil sa umano'y pangungotong ng motorista madaling araw ng Huwebes. Pasado alas 3 ng madaling araw nang maaktuhan ng operatiba ng Quezon City Police ang suspect na nakikipagtransaksyon sa isang truck driver at una na umanong may nag-report sa National Police sa pangungotong ng suspect kaya nagsagawa sila ng operasyon sa lugar kung saan natsyempohan ng suspect. Ayon sa biktima, bigla na lang siyang ipinahinto ng suspect dahil hindi raw siya dumaan sa truck lane. Pero giit ng suspect, hindi totoong nangungotong siya. Ayon naman kay Artes, nakakulong na ang umano'y nangungotong na enforcer at isinasa ilalim na sa inquest procedure.
8 ang patay kabilang isang minor de edad, ang 4 habang ilan lamang ang nasugatan ng tangayin ng dumaragasang baha ang sasakyan ng jeep sa Barangay Santa Ines sa Tanay, Rizal nitong weekend. Ayon sa Tanay Police, nasawi ang 7 senior citizens at isang 5 taong gulang na bata sa aksidente habang sugatan din at ginagawa sa ospital ang kinilalang asawa ng jeep driver. Sila Tanay Municipal Disaster Office Chief Norberto Francisco Matienzo Jr. Nagaling sa town proper ang jeep at may sakay na 25 pasahero nang mangyari ang aksidente dahong alas 8 ng gabi. Ayon sa ulat, tumatawid ang naturang jeep sa isa sa 15 ilog sa Tanay nang magkaberya at kalaunan ay hinampas ng rumaragasang ilog. Dinala sa covered court ng Barangay Santa Ines ang bangkay ng mga biktima. Bago ang insidente, sinabi rin ni Matienzo na nagtungo sa bayan ang mga biktima para humingi ng tulong pinansyal sa gobyerno o bumili ng mga personal na gamit.
At ngayon naman, pakinggan natin ang mga ulat na kinalap ng ating mga field reporters para sa araw na ito. Unahin natin si Rafi Ayeng na mag-uulat ukol kay Undersecretary Jess Hermogenes Andres na ipinagsasanggalang ng DOJ sa kabila ng mga batikos ng mga magulang na umaalma sa issue ng anti-dengue vaccine, Dengvaxia. Ibalita mo nga, Rafi.
Magandang umaga sa inyo mga katribo. Nanindigan ng Department of Justice sa pagsuporta kay Undersecretary Jess Hermogenes Andres sa gitna ng kinakaharap nitong pagbatikos ng mga magulang ng mga batang namatay umano matapos maturukan ng Dengvaxia, ang bakuna na gawa ng Sanofi Philippines. Ayon sa mga magulang ng mga batang namatay sa isang press conference itong Biyernes, naniniwala silang may conflict of interest sa ginawang paghawak ni Andres sa kaso. Sinabi ni Assistant Secretary at DOJ spokesperson Attorney Mico Clavano na professional ang ginagawang paghawak nito ng kaso ng mga batang namatay matapos turuan ng Dengvaxia, umunoy gamot laban sa dengue virus. Muna nang inakasuhan noong Nobyembre ni Public Attorney's Office Chief Attorney Persida Acosta ng conflict of interest ang DOJ's National Prosecution Service na pinamumunuan ni Andres dahil nirerepresenta umano niya si dating Health Secretary Janet Garin, isa sa mga co-accused ng kasong reckless imprudence resulting in homicide na ipinail noon sa Quezon City Metropolitan Trial Court Branch 133 hinggil sa ikinamatay ng maraming bata nang maturukan ng Dengvaxia. Inakusahan ni Sumachen Dominguez, presidente ng Samahan ng mga Magulang, Anak at Biktima ng Dengvaxia, si Andres na pakikipagsabwatan para mas dismiss ang kaso kay Garin. Sa isang rally noong December 5 ay hiniling ng mga magulang ng mga biktima kay Justice Secretary Jesus Crispin Remulla na mailipat ang kaso sa Quezon City Prosecutor's Office mula sa DOJ-NPS dahil sa conflict of interest umano ni Andres. Ako si Rafi Ayeng, nag-uulat para sa Gising Na.
Salamat, Rafi. Ano to, ha? Malaking ano yun eh. Malaking issue.
Kaya, pero kasi nangyari yan, parang pa ni Pinoy, diba? Yung sa Dengvaxia. So, ako ang looking, na sana kung sino man yung mga sangkot dyan sa pagpa-purchase. Kasi overpricing din Dengvaxia. Pangalawa, hindi siya dapat itinurok sa mga batang wala pa nagkaka-dengue. In fact, may mga kakilala ko ng mga turukan niya at meron din mga kaso nga, diba, na namatay nung after maturukan ng Dengvaxia. Pero yun nga, hindi, sana matukoy talaga kung yung kamatayan nga na ay dahil nga sa maling pagtuturok ng Dengvaxia.
But there's a common denominator, hindi man ganun kadami siguro. Diba?
Pero number one, usisain kung talagang merong conflict of interest. Yan ang number one. Kasi kahit saan mo ilagay yan, dapat nasa anong tawag dito? Nasa isang non-partisan, walang favoritism kumbaga na plataforma o channel ilagay ang pagdinig sa kasong ito. Pangalawa, usisain din ng husto kung ito ba talaga ang dahilan ng pagkamatay ng mga bata. Or yun nga, posibleng naging dahilan o nagresulta ng pagkakaroon ng sakit ng mga bata kaya sila namatay. O ganun siya.
Kasi tignan mo yung timeline ng Dengvaxia. Nag-meeting si late President Benigno Aquino Jr. sa representative ng Dengvaxia ng December of 2015. January, inaprobahan nila yung pondo, nilabas, bumili ng, I think, 5 billion pesos worth of Dengvaxia. Pero mo ganun kabilis yung transaction kasi sa Mayo, may eleksyon.
Ba't expedite, sir? Ikaw na eleksyon niya.
Kailangan ng pera.
Grabe naman sa eleksyon. Umano!
Kailangan ng pera.
Sabi umano ni Comfy.
Aminin natin, nangyari yan sa gobyerno. Pero yun nga, ang dapat sisihin o dapat alamin ay meron ba talagang dito. Merong korupsyon na nangyari. At maraming nagsasabi, bakit kailangan bumili ka agad-agad? Diba? Sa bawat desisyon ng mga ganyan na buhay ang nakasalalay, kailangan, sabi nga kanina ni Mr. Nelson, significant study. Hindi mo yan basta magagawa ng ilang buwan lang. Isang buwan, 2 buwan, tapos kailan nag-meeting? December. January, bumili na.
Yeah, ma'am, kahit merong kahit may crisis, meron due diligence sa tinatawag.
Tama. Kaya,
Due diligence.
Sana revisit this case. Oo, at wag yung basta nakalimutan na. Kasi ang karamihan sa mga Pilipino, may short memory eh. At saka masyado tayong forgiving.
Forgive and forget.
Oo, kaya kailangan, kasi maraming namatay din eh. At mga bata ito.
Pa rin si Secretary Galing na congresswoman pa siya hanggang ngayon. Anyways, ito naman si Michelle Villan ang mag-ating sa ng balita. Ukol naman sa prioridad ng ating Pangulong Ferdinand Marcos sa pinakaunang meeting niya ng ASEAN and EU member states sa EU headquarters. Balita mo, Michelle.
Sa kanyang paglahok sa summit sa pagitan ng Southeast Asian nation at European Union sa Miyerkules, sinabi ni Pangulong Bongbong Marcos na isusulong niya ang prioridad ng gobyerno ng Pilipinas kaugnay ng post-pandemic recovery, maritime cooperation, trade at climate action. Ito ang naging pahayag ng Pangulo sa kanyang departure statement linggo ng gabi bago siya lumipad patungong Brussels para sa ASEAN-EU Commemorative Summit kasama ang ilang leader ng iba't ibang bansa sa Europa at Timog Silangang Asya. Bandang 3:00 ng umaga kanina, nang lumapag sa Brussels ang sinasakyang eroplano ni Marcos kasama sina First Lady Liza Marcos, former President Gloria Macapagal-Arroyo at iba pang kasapi ng Philippine delegation. 8:00 ng gabi, umalis sa Maynila ang Pangulo patungong Brussels, kung saan siya mananatili ng 3 araw.
This will be the first meeting between ASEAN and EU member states leaders at the EU headquarters. And I am pleased to highlight the Philippines' role as country coordinator for ASEAN in its dialogue relations with the EU. I look forward to a productive and meaningful summit that recognizes ASEAN and the EU's 4.5 decades of long-standing relations.
Nakatakdang magtalumpati ang Pangulo sa C-Suite Luncheon at Business Summit kung saan magtitipon ang ilang world leader at mga negosyante.
It is up to me as a coordinator. The Philippines is the coordinator country between ASEAN and EU. So I will deliver the closing remarks at the C-Suite Luncheon and at the Business Summit itself. These events provide an opportunity to drum up economic interest once again and engagement for the Philippines in view of the presence of key business leaders in Europe at the event.
Inaasahan din natin ang pagkikita ng Pangulo at ni King Philip ng Belgium upang talakayin ang pagpapabuti ng kooperasyon ng Manila at Brussels sa industriya ng agrikultura at renewable energy. Bukod pa rito, magsasagawa rin ng Pangulo ng bilateral meeting kasama ang mga lider mula sa Czech Republic, Estonia, Belgium, Spain, Denmark, Germany, Poland, Finland, Netherlands at EU. Samantala ngayong araw, nakatakdang makasama ni Pangulong Marcos ang Filipino community dito sa Brussels, Belgium. Hindi bababa sa 800 katao na ang nauna ng nagparehistro para makita ng personal ang Pangulo. Mula rito sa Brussels, Belgium, ako si Michelle Giliang nag-uulat para sa Gising Na.
Nakakaikita mo si Michelle, no? Naka-winter clothes pa siya.
Naka-winter clothes. Sir, gusto pangarapin mo suotin yung mga ganyan mo, ano?
Pwede naman you go to Baguio, you can wear that.
You can wear that.
Yeah.
Diba, no?
Lalo na ngayon, bumabagsak na ang
I lived in
temperature.
Baguio for 4 years. Ang kagandahan doon, nakakapag-trench coat ako sa Baguio.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yun, no? Trench coat.
Yun nga lang, walang snow.
So yan, salamat Michelle. Ito naman si Maria Bernadette Romero. Live na mag-uulat ukol sa no-deal claim ng Malampaya sa San Miguel Corporation. Walang katapusan. Ibalita mo Maria.
Gandang umaga po, mga katribu.
Morning.
Good morning, Maria.
Nilinaw ng Malampaya Consortium, isang grupo ng mga kumpanyang kumokontrol at nagpapatakbo ng natural gas facility noong linggo na walang legal na paraan para magbenta ng gas sa Ilihan Power Plant na pinapatakbo ng isang unit ng Asian conglomerate na San Miguel Corporation. Mariin na pinabulaanan ng consortium ang claim ng South Premier Power Corp at pinanindigan na walang pagtanggi na ibenta sa Ilihan Plant ang gas mula sa Malampaya dahil walang legal na paraan para gawin ito. Tinutukoy ng consortium ang bank gas claim na hinahabol ng SMC Global Power Unit na South Premier Power Corporation na nagpapatakbo ng 1,200 megawatt Ilihan Plant sa Batangas. Ayon sa Malampaya Consortium, kung walang live contract, ang Malampaya Gas ay hindi maaaring ibenta ng legal sa SPCC. Ang Malampaya Consortium ay kasalukuyang binubuo ng state-run na Philippine National Oil Company Oil Exploration, UC38 ng Udena Corporation at Prime Energy na pinapatakbo ng Prime Infra na dating Shell Exploration BV o SPECS. Nitong December 4, matatandaan na naglabas ang SMC ng pahayag na nagsasaad na sa kasalukuyan raw, ang pasilidad ng Ilihan ay nasa extended shutdown. Kasunod ito daw ng pagtanggi ng SPECS o ngayon ay Prime Energy na ibigay ang 70 petajoules na bank gas mula sa Malampaya. Ang Ilihan Gas Sale Purchase Agreement o yung tinatawag na GSPA ay nagtapos noong Hunyo pa. Sa kasalukuyan, ang Malampaya Gas to Power Plant ay nagsusupply ng lahat ng natural na gas na ginagamit ng Luzon Grid. Kabilang na rito ang supply ng mga power generator na may mga live at aprobadong kontrata. Pinabulaanan din ng Malampaya Consortium ang mga pahayag ng San Miguel Corporation na ang Luzon Grid daw ay maapektuhan kung ang Ilihan Power Plant ay hindi uunahin sa Malampaya Bank Gas Allocation. Ang gas mula sa Malampaya Gas Field na nave-verify ng Department of Energy ay malapit na sa maximum reserve drawdown nito kaya ang supply na sakop ng Service Contract 38 ay kailangang maipamahagi ng patas. Ang lahat ng bank gas na maaaring ipamahagi ay dapat sumunod sa mga tuntunin at kontrata at ang walang bank gas na nakaimbak ay hindi maaaring ipamigay sa kung sino mang generation company hanggat wala itong malinaw na kontrata. Matatandaan na ang 670 megawatt power supply agreement sa pagitan ng SMC Global Power at ng Meralco ay opisyal na nasuspinde noong nakaraang linggo at malamang na ang mga mamimili ang mag-aako ng burden na mas mataas na presyo dahil sa development na ito. Upang mabawi ang suspension ng PSA, inialok ng SMC ang kapasidad ng Ilihan Plant nito na eksklusibo para daw sa Meralco. Ngunit, dahil ang Ilihan Plant ay nasa extended shutdown at wala pang supplier ng gasolina, ang offer ng SMC ay maaring mga hulugan na ang Meralco ay bibili ng natural gas na kailangan para sa Ilihan.
Maria?
Yes po?
Yeah, may supply ba na available mula sa Ilihan Plant? At bukod dito, maaari bang mag-demand ang SMC ng natural gas supply mula sa Malampaya?
Ang Ilihan Plant, ito ay merong kapasidad na 1,200 megawatts. Ngunit sa kasulukuyan, idle pa po ang planta dahil hindi pa nare-renew ang kanilang kontrata na makakuha ng bank gas nga po mula sa Malampaya. Ang available na bank gas na dapat sana ay maaari nilang makuha ay nauna na pong na-secure ng first gas. Ito ay pinapatakbo ng Lopez Group. So, dahil dyan, ang bank gas claim nila ay mula sa Malampaya ay dapat masuportahan ng isang live contract na tinatawag. Dahil hanggat wala pong kontrata, hindi po sila maaaring mag-source ng natural gas mula sa Malampaya.
Kaya, nabanggit mo kanina na in-offer diba ng SPPC ang kanilang Ilihan Power Plant sa Meralco, exclusive sa Meralco. Pero dahil naka-extended shutdown ang Ilihan Plant, yung burden na pagbili ng natural gas ay ibigay din nila sa Meralco. Parang ganun ba? Parang ipinapasa ba ng ipinapasa ng San Miguel o ng SPPC yung operasyon ng Ilihan sa Meralco?
May mga legal sources po tayo na nagpo-point out na ang offer dahil nga po idle itong planta na Ilihan ay parang in a way ay wala pang gaanong importansya at halaga. Pero hindi po natin pa maaaring sabihin na ipinapasa ng San Miguel ang operasyon ng kanilang planta sa Meralco. Kumbaga, nais lang nilang exclusively ibigay sana ang supply dahil para ma-offset ang pagtaas ng presyo dahil sa suspension ng kanilang PSA. Kaya nga lang, wala pa po talaga tayong supply na yung pinag-uusapan nating supply ay talagang wala pa sa ngayon. So, may mga legal sources tayo na nagsasabi na maaaring ganun ang gustong mangyari na maging isa ang Meralco sa mga magsosource ng power.
Okay. Maria, sinabi mo kanina na kiniklaim ng SMC na maapektuhan ang Luzon Grid pag hindi nakapag-supply ang Ilihan Plant. Tama?
May mga claim po nitong nakaraang araw ang kumpanya?
Follow up doon sa sinabi ko sa statement ko kanina. Gaano kalaki ang sinusuplayan nitong ilihan sa Luzon at bakit sila nakakapagsabi na maapektuhan ang supply? Sila lang ba? Sila lang ba ang nang pinagkukunan o ilan silang pinagkukunan ng supply sa Luzon Grid?
Marami po marami po tayong pinagkukuhanan ng supply mula sa Luzon Grid. Lahat po ng mga power plant operators, sila po ay kumukuha ng natural gas mula sa Malampaya. Historically, lahat po ng pinoprovide ng Malampaya na natural gas ay nagko-cover ng 20% lamang rin po. 20-30% lamang rin po ng needs ng buong Luzon Grid. At historically, medyo malaki rin daw po ang nakukover ng Ilihan plant. Ngunit dahil nga idle siya, ay parang medyo may malaking mababawas sa supply sa grid kung hindi pa po mapapatakbo itong Ilihan plant dahil malaki rin po ang supply ng Ilihan plant. Ang kanilang kapasidad po ay umaabot ng 1,200 megawatts.
Okay. So, hindi lang naman silang pwedeng mag-ano.
Yeah, they're supplying roughly 12%, diba, ng pangailangan ng Meralco. Kanyang distribution.
Marami naman pwedeng mapagkunan.
Yun nga na, mas mahal dahil itong SPPC meron silang PSA agreement with Meralco na they should supply power to Meralco. Ang problema na ayaw nang ibigay yung supply hanggang hindi tinataas nila ng power rate by 4.80 pesos.
Kaya nga halos pareho din. Magbayad na lang sila nung kanilang penalty at nang may pang-sustain ang government sa aming mga consumers.
Yeah,
papasko na sa amin ng gobyerno yon. Kunin nila yung penalty ng SMC at idagdag pang-sustain ng yung pag-sustain o pangbayad ng difference ng rate, di ba?
Yeah, Maria, salamat.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Maraming salamat po.
Salamat sa ulat ng ating mga field reporters. Ngayong umaga, dumako naman tayo sa balitang sports. Walang iba, kundi ni Vicky!
Vintage Bunny ang nakabangga ng YouTube superstar na si DKU na natalo sa kanilang 6-round exhibition fight sa Goyang, South Korea kahapon. Mabilis na ang naging one-sided affair ang laban nang ilabas ng nag-iisang 8-division boxing world champion ang dating bangis kontra Koreano na natalo via unanimous decision. Sa huling round na pasubsob ni Pacquiao sa lona si Yu na binilangan pa ng referee. Hindi naman magre-reflect ang panalo kontra Yu sa legendary win-loss draw record ni Pacquiao na 62, 8-2, 62 sa mga panalong ito ay nakamit by way of knockout. Ito ang kauna-unang laban ni Pacquiao mula Agosto noong nakaraang taon kung saan ay bigo siyang mabawi ang kanyang World Boxing Association welterweight title mula kay Yordenis Ugas ng Cuba sa Las Vegas, Nevada. Sa December 17 ay magpo-44 na ang pambansang kamao. Matapos ang laban kay Ugas ay nagretira si Pacquiao sa boxing upang tumakbo sa pagkapangulo.
Salamat, Vernon! Round 7!
Ngayon naman, mga katribo, ay alamin natin ang balitang showbiz ni Queen Kim Sancha. Hello, Kimmy!
Good morning, and to our readers, listeners, at viewers, ngayong Monday morning, I got the hottest, latest entertainment news here and abroad on Gising Na. Nag-host si Vice Ganda ng sophomore edition ng kanyang Angkaw Boga Ball Party sa Cebu noong Sabado ng gabi. Nasilayan sa party ang pagtitipon ng mga drag queen at personality ng mula sa LGBTQIA+ community. May temang Philippine Her Story, ang kaganapan ay nilayon upang ipagdiwang ang magagandang talento ng bawat solong miyembro ng Rainbow Community. Kabilang sa mga dumalo sina Idol Philippines Lucas Garcia, Makoy Dubs, Drag Race Philippines Corazon, Turing Quinto at Lady Morgana, Miss International Queen 2022 Fuchsia and Ravenna, Miss Q&A Queen of the Multi-Backs, and Patricia Lorenzo at Francine Garcia. Nagmag-host si Vice Ganda ng unang Ankaboga Ball party noong Enero. Sinabi ng komedyante na gusto niyang gumawa ng avenue para sa mga queer. And speaking of ball, The Tale as Old as Time is heading back to screens as ABC is airing a 2-hour-long special to honor the long-lasting legacy of the Disney classic. Titled Beauty and the Beast, a 30th celebration. It will be a hybrid live-action animated affair that will pay tribute to Disney's animated film. It will present the original version but will include a slew of new surprises for viewers, including never-before-seen musical performances. Original songs will be performed live at Disney Studios. The network has released stunning new character posters of its two leads, her and Josh Groban, as well as the full star-studded cast, poised in front of the stained glass windows with their respective animated counterparts, bringing a modern spin to the classic costumes. Beauty and the Beast, a 30th celebration, airs Thursday, December 15 at 8 p.m. Eastern Time on ABC. Sa Pilipinas, it's gonna be December 17th. It's gonna be on Sunday. It will stream the next day on Disney Plus, as reported by Collider. Gabriela Sarmiento Wilson, known professionally as Her, short for Having Everything Revealed, is an American singer and songwriter born to a Filipino-American mother and an African-American father and raised in California's San Francisco Bay Area. She has received several awards, including an Academy Award and 5 Grammy Awards, and was nominated for a Golden Globe Award, 3 American Music Awards, and 4 Billboard Music Awards. Her mentioned that she grew up listening to a Filipino ballad singer such as Sharon Cuneta and JR lang naman. Kukwentuhan ko naman kayong mga marites at marisol tungkol sa katatapos sa pagtatanghal ng renowned opera ni Giacomo Puccini Turandot. Abangers niyo yan sa muling pagbabalik ng aking alindog at kagandahan, maya-maya lang. See you in a bit. Balik muna sa inyo dyan.
Salamat sa iyong balita, Kimi. Excited ako sa Beauty and the Beast. It's my all-time favorite.
I'm not.
Gusto ko yung Beauty and the Beast. Paborito ko yung bata pa.
Ang paborito kong paano yun, yung Beauty and the Beast.
Tell us all the
Paborito ko siyang
time.
paano. Kaya sa mga fairytale favorite ko yan eh. Kaya lang yung cast, hindi siya totoo sa original story.
Yun nga lang. Pero ako, yung sinasabi ko, favorite ko yung story. Yung fairy tale na nasa book.
Tsaka
meron pa akong yung pop-up na yan dati.
Ako naman, tayo naman ba tayo Beauty and the Kasi hindi kami the best.
You're the best.
Beauty.
Para siya si Prince, siya ikaw si Charing.
Kasi mo, nagkukulitan na naman dito. At bago pa magka-okrayan. Yan ang mga balitang nakalap sa Tribune News on Q sa mga oras na ito.
At magbabalik ang... Aray.
Gising na!
Gising na!
Iba ng panahon, dami ng bago ngayon. Pati ang mundo natin, well, nagbago na rin. Buti ang bayan, bigger, better na. You can buy it sa centers, pati sa mga parties, may online pa at app. You can buy it with your fingers, still don't remittance and more. Online shopping, you can buy it all. Di mapadala, you can buy it all. Anong pera transaction, you can buy it all.
Sabayan ang pagbabago ng mundo for all your pera transactions, all new Bayad.
Welcome ka dito sa SM. Come as you are. Mahilig ka man sa pabago-bago o sa paikot-ikot. Yung nag-a-adulting or parenting. Ikaw na kulot, white-haired, purple-haired, kayong magkaibigan na nagkaibigan. Buong barkada. Yung gusto mo, chill lang. Or gawin yung feel mo lang. We know you're changing. So we're changing with you. Come on in. We're all in. At SM, you're always welcome here.
Aray. Kuku! Nagbabalik po.
Gising
Gising na! Dahil lunes ngayon ay meron tayong legal forum segment kung saan makakapanayam natin si Attorney Christopher Alan Ligican, our gwapong attorney.
Yes!
Hi, Mr.
Yes, Katibong Bernard, Katibong Chiki. Maaring mo nang bang basahin ang sulat sa atin ni Chris upang ito mabigyang linaw para sa ating mga viewers.
Siyempre naman, Katribong Coffee. Ang tema ng ating legal forum ngayon ay ukol sa performance bonus entitlement. So ito yung liham sa atin ng naghumihingi ng payo. Dear Attorney Likigan, I have been working for 6 years now in a company which has been yearly giving us performance bonuses during Christmas. However, this year, the management announced that due to low company sales, it won't be able to pay bonuses. I feel this is unfair. I was told that since the yearly bonus has become a practice, I am entitled to it. My contract didn't make mention of any bonus, but my payslip will show that I have been receiving this since I started. Can I demand and claim this year's performance bonus?
At ngayon naman ay makakapanayam natin ng live si Attorney Likigan upang ipaliwanag at sagutin ng mabuti ang sitwasyong ito. Attorney Christopher, ano po ang masasabi niyo po sa concern ni Chris?
Hi Vernon, Chiki Coffee, magandang umaga. Importante na i-differentiate natin. Malaki kasi yung pagkakaiba ng 13th month pay at saka ng performance bonus. No? Yung 13th month pay kasi statutory right ito, so pwede natin siyang hingin, it's a matter of right. Unfortunately, yung usapin ng performance bonus, nakadepende talaga ito sa discretion ng kumpanya. Ibig sabihin, no matter how long, kahit na taon-taon nakakatanggap ka ng bonus, dahil ito ay discretionary sa side ng kumpanya, maaari na rin itong ihinto, no? Hindi ito mag-ripen into yung tinatawag natin non-diminution of benefits. So, not unless ito ay parte ng iyong kontrata, ito ay parte ng iyong sweldo talaga na nakalagay doon, stipulated, na taon-taon kayo makakatanggap ng a certain percentage of the profits of the company, hindi mo ito maaaring hingiin as a matter of right. So, dun sa katanungan ng aking katukayo ni Chris, kung maaari ba niyang hingin as a matter of right yung kanyang performance bonus, again, as it is being a performance bonus and it's discretion of the company, hindi niya ito maaaring hingin.
Attorney Chris, pakilinaw nga po para rin po sa ating mga katribo other than kay Chris. Yun po bang bonus na hinihingi na binibigay ng mga kumpanya other than yung required na 13-month bonus? Pwede po ba itong ibase sa performance lang? O pati na rin sa performance lang ng empleyado o pati na rin sa performance ng kumpanya in general?
Yung parameters po ng pagbibigay ng bonus, no, depende talaga to dun sa received profits, no, yung earned profits ng company. So, minsan ginagamit din na basis yung performance ng isang empleyado, pero madalas talaga nagiging criteria po sa pagbibigay ng bonus yung kinita ng kumpanya. So, kung maganda-ganda yung kinita ng kumpanya, they can give a certain percentage of that profits. Pero wala po sa batas na nagbibigay kung ilang porsyento talaga. Doon pumapasok yung discretion ng kumpanya kung ilang porsyento lang yung gusto na ibigay.
May isa pa akong katanungan, with your indulgence, bago Attorney, yung pong yung halimbawang magbigay man ng bonus ngayong taon, yung kumpanya, at iba-iba ang amount na binigay nila sa kanilang mga empleyado. Meron po bang karapatan ang mga empleyadong magreklamo nito? Dahil iba yung mas mababa yung natanggap nila kaysa sa iba.
Magandang question po yan, no? Kasi madalas talaga pagkatapos ng bigayan, nagtatanungan yung mga empleyado. Pero unfortunately, dahil nga po ito discretionary, maaaring nakabata yung pagbibigay sa rango ng isang empleyado, sa kanyang posisyon na hinahawakan, sa kanyang naging performance. So hindi dahil nabigyan na mas malaki yung isa, maaaring hingin ng mas maliit yung difference, dahil nga ito discretionary. So unfortunately, kung ano ibibigay sa iyo ng kumpanya, you just have to accept it.
Magpasalamat ka, nabigyan ka, di ba?
Isa pang tanong, para dyan, attorney. Halimbawa, ang kumpanya ay nagbigay ng bonus sa ilang empleyado at may ilang empleyado na hindi nabigyan. May karapatan na magreklamo yung mga hindi nabigyan?
Again, dahil discretionary po ito, kung hindi ka nabigyan,
Bitter.
Kampo ka na lang.
Bitter gourd.
Okay, maraming salamat po.
Magandang
Atty. sa
paliwanag.
paghihinaw.
Oo. Thank you, attorney. Sana ay nasagot natin at nasatisfy si Chris.
Sige, at ang iba pang mga naghihintay ng bonus.
Oo, at yung mga naghihintay ng bonus.
Yung bonus trip lang yan. Kung wala ka, sorry ka na lang.
Oo. Pero yung 13-month pay, pwede natin niyang hintayin. At dahil yan ay mandato ng
Mandato, yes.
Thank you, attorney. God bless you.
Magandang umaga po,
Pwede nga
Thank you
si
po.
attorney artista no?
Oo nga eh.
Oo.
Yeah.
Sabi ko, parang gwapo ng Charis.
Oh.
Cherries!
Oo, magandang simula ng umaga pag nakakita ka ng magagandang tao. Good
Yes.
looking guys. Attorney pa. Oo. Salamat po, attorney. At ngayon naman, pakinggan ulit natin si Queen Kim Sancha para sa kanyang balitang showbiz. Turandot, turandot, turandot.
Pasok, Kim.
Kimi!
Are you there? Anyways, bumati
Wow.
sila ng baso pa rin ang bati
Muna kaya
Bati tayo.
habang hinihintay natin si Kimi, baka merong...
Hello?
There! Nandiyan na si Queen. Okay.
Sorry, I was on mute. Sorry about that. Anyway, matapos ang ating chikahan kanina tungkol sa ball, let's talk about opera. The Cultural Center of the Philippines on December 9 drew a full house at the gala performance of Giacomo Puccini's renowned opera, Turandot. Hailed by Italian Ambassador Marco Clemente as the most significant cultural event in Manila, following the lifting of pandemic restrictions, the three-act international production about a Prince Kalap who falls in love with icy Princess Turandot starred two Korean artists, soprano Lydia Lee as Chinese Princess Turandot and bass Jinsu Lee as Timur, the exiled Tartar king. Italian tenor Alessandro Liberatore played Timur's son Kalaf, the prince enamored of Turandot. In supporting roles were Filipino soprano Rachel Herodias as Liu, Korean baritone Byung-in Park as Ping, the Grand Chancellor, with tenor Ivan Neri as Pong, Grand Intendant, Irving Lumawag as Pang, Grand Administrator, tenor Nongher Nival as Emperor Altung, and baritone Greg De Leon as Mandarino. Italian maestro Valentino Paulino conducted the Philippine Philharmonic Orchestra with choral ensemble of the Little Boys Club. Members of Alice Reyes Dance Philippines comprised the dance ensemble. Delia, who debuted as Turandot in 2018 and reprised her role in 2019 in Trabatini's production in Turkey, rendered Inquesta Regia with stunning power. However, Liberatore fell short in the final act's famous aria, Nessun Dorma. Park, Lumawag, and Neri were a riot in the comedic moments with Kalaf. The show's highlight was Herodias' numbers as the young slave Liu. Not to be ignored was the commanding presence of the towering Jinsu Lee as Timur. Pabuino conducted the PPO with precision. Director set and costume designer Vicenzo Grisostoimi Travaglini sceneries lacked the visual grandeur of Imperial China. But overall, Turandot provided a high point in the CCP's transition as it closes for a much-needed refurbishing. Kita-kits tayo, Lunes hanggang Biyernes sa Tribune Extra. Ihatid ko ang balitang showbiz dito lang sa Gising Na. Back to you guys.
Salamat, Kimi.
Thank you, Kimi. At ngayon naman, batiin pa rin natin ang ating mga katribo para sa ating Balitang Bati. Happy birthday sa lahat ng mga nag-birthday ngayon.
Yeah, happy birthday! Magpapasok kayo.
Happy birthday kay Mayor Lani Cayetano. Happy birthday, Mayor Lani Cayetano. And of course, ang dating senador, si Senator Manny Villar. Happy birthday po. Also to Mayor Abby Binay. And ang aming favorite, si Engineer Dudoy Manoos. Birthday, birthday niya nung Saturday. Andun kami. Ay, ang sasarap ng mga pagkain.
Food.
Happy birthday! And hello sa mga nanonood sa atin ngayon, si Mami Lali, Miliora, Monette Miliora, Chona Panaligan, Chini Eugenio is watching.
Hi, ma'am.
And of course, si Mila.
Good morning din kay Ana Fe Benjola. Alfred Dada, good morning. Joel Apolonio, Cherk Balagtas, good morning. Sino pa? Michael Palpaco, good morning. Jean Galvan, good morning.
Hi, Jean! Good morning, Angeline!
Denise Carneja, good morning.
Denise! Ayan.
At ngayon mga katribo, ipala natin ating I Speak Question of the Day. Feel mo na ba ang mga face-to-face Christmas parties ngayon nagluluwag na? Kaya mga katribo, ipadala ang inyong mga komento at reaksyon sa issue nito sa aming numero bilang 0968670450 at mag-comment na rin sa aming Facebook page na Daily Tribune. At alamin natin ang opinion ng ating taong bayan sa ating I Speak of the Day na ihalin sa atin ang ating ka-Cherky sa kalsada na si Cherk Balagtas. Pasok, Cherk!
Mga katribo, good morning! The lovely Mang Chinky Mang Kuka, Sir Kapi Manala, Fernand Velasco, Kim Sancha, at sa lahat ng mga katribo nating nanonood ngayon sa Omni Media program na Gising Na. At kasama nga natin dito ang ating mga katribo dito sa Araneta, Quezon City para magbigay ng opinion sa ating I Speak Question of the Day. Ano pa pangalan nila, Nay?
Ako nga si Heidi Santos.
Apa, ilan taon na po?
51.
Hindi pa halata. Ang ganda nyo naman na eh. Apa, kayo po ba, Nay? Feel nyo na po ba yung mga face-to-face Christmas parties ngayon po nagdulog na?
Feel na feel ko na yan. Matagal na, diba? 2 years na lockdown. Kailangan talaga mag-face-to-face na. Para sa mga bata.
Opo, ayun po. At dahil po sa sagot nyo, namamalapin ayun po. Ay, makakatanggap po kayo ng exclusive Daily Tribune Mag. Ayun po.
Ay, naku, salamat po, Tribune. At may mags po ako libre.
Ayun po. Ayun po. Kuya, ano pa pangalan nila? Ako din naman po. Ano, Pepe?
Jeffrey
Jeffrey, ano po?
Santos.
Santos. Jeffrey Santos, ako. Kayo po ba? Hindi po nagkakalayo ah. Kayo po ba? Feel nyo na po ba ang mga face-to-face Christmas parties? Lalo na po ngayon nagluluwag na.
Ay, siyempre naman, para maubos tong aming mga paninda rito. Saka yung yung mga tawag dito.
Ano ba?
Yun na nga yun, yung paninda, para maubos.
Ayan pa, dahil po sagot niya, makatanggap po kayo ng exclusive Daily Tribune Mag. Ang mga pang Christmas party exchange niyo po, no?
Ay, thank you po sa Daily Tribune.
Apo, ayun.
Yo.
Apo.
Bye.
Apo. And there you have it, mga katribo. Once again, this is Cherk Balagtas. At magkita-kita ulit tayo bukas, Tuesday, dito lang sa Gising Na. Back to studio.
Maraming salamat,
Cherky!
Jerky.
Jerky.
Kayo, excited na ba kayo sa ano?
Christmas party. Yeah.
Okay na sa akin yun. Okay na sa akin. Let's live with the virus. Hindi pwedeng takot tayo, mabuhay ng takot. But mag-ingat din. Don't put your guards down. I still wear mask. I still wear mask. Pero sa party sa akin, okay na yun.
Nasobrahan na nga sa dami. Ang dami talaga Christmas parties na invite na yun. Kaunting-kaunti naman yung inaatinan ko. Kasi ang dami na rin ginagawa.
Ako nakadalawa pa yan.
Everybody's inviting you to a Christmas party. Everybody wants to party.
How about you, Vernon? Ano sa tingin mo?
Who's afraid of the little virus?
Oh.
Yeah, if you're going to be happy.
Oh!
Happiness should override everything for most.
What?
At least at Christmas time.
Oh.
It's beginning to...
Ikaw, Kimi, anong masasabi mo? Yung face-to-face na Christmas party?
I am happy na nagbalik na yung face-to-face, but I'm still scared because of the virus. I love my life, so I need to be safe in spite of the party.
Oo, pa hindi bali. Mag-host ka sa Christmas party natin.
I know that.
Pero meron ka bang mga ipa-plug pa?
Yes, ma'am. Yan. Ngayong araw ay panoorin po natin, shameless plug, ang Usapang Business at 3 p.m. sa Daily Tribune's official pages.
At para naman sa ating quote of the day, ito na mga katribo. There are 3 ways to ultimate success. First is to be kind. The second is to be kind. And the third is to be kind.
Yes.
By Mr. Rogers. To be kind, kinder, and kindest.
So please have courage and be kind.
Be kind. Hello, Sassy, love you. At yan ang kabuuan ng ating balita at istorya ngayong umaga. Samahan nyo kaming muli. Bukas, Tuesday, para sa mga latest news and happenings. Ako po ang love na love kayo, si Chinky Mangkukang.
Ako po si Vernon Velasco.
At si Kim Sancha.
Ano naman si Kami Manalo dito ang...
Gising Na!
show down on me like frost that leaves as if to say